Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel.
Departure.
Request release Bootlegger 1-1 to International Airport.
Bootlegger 1-1, release Tango Bravo.
Released. Mike 2 out.
The U.S. Air Force has dominated the skies for over 40 years, courtesy of the F-15 Eagle. A highly accomplished fighter jet with a blend of both offensive and defensive capabilities.
The airplane we're unveiling today represents a major addition to our foundation of strength. The F-15.
First flown in 1972, the F-15 Eagle quickly became the symbol of U.S. air superiority.
Supreme in your domain.
Hear, hear.
It was designed to counter the claimed performance of the Soviet Union's MiG-25 fighter jet. And guess what? The F-15 outperformed the MiG-25 in every aspect. Including speed, maneuverability, air combat, and especially firepower. Everything was better and much more advanced than the MiG-25. Created by McDonnell Douglas Corporation, the aircraft has flown in many important operations, including Operation Desert Storm, the F-15 Eagle can carry a wide range of weaponry, with different combinations of air-to-air weapons, such as AIM-120 advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles on its lower fuselage corners, and AIM-9 Sidewinder on two pylons under the wings. And an internal 20mm Gatling gun in the right wing root. These missiles are loaded onto an aircraft by personnel known as weapon loaders. And loading a missile onto the F-15 requires them to follow critical procedures. They inspect the missiles thoroughly and place them on a jammer vehicle, which transports them to the aircraft. The weapon loaders then place the missiles onto the pylons until they are firmly attached to the aircraft. The F-15 Eagle is powered by two Pratt & Whitney engines that deliver up to 50,000 pounds combined afterburner thrust as the pilot advances the throttles. Which results in blazing flames coming out of the exhaust nozzles. As the aircraft activates the afterburner mode, the F-15 Eagle produces more thrust than twice its weight, which helps it take off quickly. And with a quick pull on the stick, it takes off with its nose almost pointing vertically toward the sky. All of this happens from a highly complex and sophisticated cockpit. Specifically designed to provide the pilot with information and controls required for various mission scenarios. The key features of an F-15 Eagle cockpit include a heads-up display, multi-function displays, stick and throttle, radios, and weapon systems. It's one of the most advanced cockpits in the world. Which is why it's very hard for pilots to operate an F-15 Eagle. Another notable characteristic of the F-15 is its rear cockpit. The co-pilot sitting in the rear cockpit is often a navigator who assists the pilot and operates the weapon systems. What's more interesting is that the controls for the front and rear cockpits are the same. Which allows the co-pilot to take over and fly the aircraft if the pilot is occupied or injured. The pilots of the U.S. Air Force perform what's called a strafing run to get fully acquainted with the F-15 aircraft. It's a military practice of attacking ground targets from low-flying aircraft using aircraft-mounted automatic weapons. The duty of the co-pilot in the rear cockpit is to operate the weapon systems, while the pilot focuses on flying the aircraft as low and close to the target as possible. Apart from the offensive measures, a pilot is trained to take defensive actions when required. The F-15's Advanced Electronic Warfare System offers several countermeasures, varying from conventional flares to state-of-the-art radar warning systems. The F-15 Eagles are sometimes deployed to locations far from home, so additional fuel is required to reach them. For this reason, the U.S. Air Force uses aerial tankers to refuel aircraft mid-air. The F-15 approaches the tanker at a steady speed to receive the fuel. In contrast, the tanker extends a maneuverable pipe-like structure called a boom, which attaches to the F-15 for refueling. The pilots and the boom operator contact each other via radio to conduct this operation successfully. The aircraft and the tanker separate their paths after the fuel is received. The F-15 Eagle is powered by two Pratt & Whitney F-100 PW220 or 229 axial compressor turbofan engines. Mounted side by side in the fuselage and fed by rectangular inlets with variable intake ramps. The United States Air Force maintains these engines after regular intervals. The faulty F-15s are transported to specialized facilities known as engine repair shops for engine maintenance. When it comes to repairing the engine, it must first be carefully extracted from the plane. This makes it easy for the worker to check the engine thoroughly. Identify the problems and rectify them immediately. While the maintenance team tests the engine, they often start by looking for any oil leaks. If there are no leaks, the maintenance team moves on to the next step. Although the engines brought to the repair shop are the same, they may have different problems. So it's up to the maintenance team to troubleshoot the problem and repair all engine parts before putting them back on the aircraft. When the engine is turned on, it produces huge flames and noise, which is why it is tested in an enclosed, noise-suppressed facility known as a hush house. These sites help the engineers test engines and other aircraft systems under actual load conditions. Some hush houses are also equipped to test additional capabilities such as weight and balance, weather-related testing, night vision and low lighting, heat soaking, and wind evaluation. These facilities are typically large enough to accommodate an entire aircraft. And hence, an engine can also be tested without removing it from the aircraft. However, the aircraft must be restrained by holdback devices to resist the engine thrust. In 2018, the United States Air Force and Boeing decided to build an advanced version of the F-15.
Team Eglin and the 96 Test Wing are proud to be a part of the rich history of this legendary aircraft.
This would replace the F-15C and F-15D aircraft. The improvements include the AMBER system to carry up to 22 air-to-air missiles, advanced avionics and electronic warfare equipment, and active electronically scanned array radar. The F-15EX can perform homeland and air-based defense and deploy standoff weapons. But here's the catch. Critics suggest that it won't survive against modern air defenses by 2028. The F-15EX is the most advanced variant of the multi-role, all-weather, and day and night versions of the F-15 aircraft family. With increased speed, more range, and heavy payload capacity. With a state-of-the-art cockpit, the aircraft will provide enhanced situational awareness both day and night.
APG-82 V1 radar, which the F-15E model has had, the EPAWS system, so the electronic warfare suite, and then it has the addition of an open mission system, so it has fiber cables that are running throughout the airplane. What that allows it to do is, as we start talking about future capability and future growth, it allows me to either test for future airplanes or to be able to put new weapons and new sensors on the airplane.
The U.S. Air Force plans to use F-15EX in support of the F-35 aircraft and provide firepower to destroy threats detected by the F-35 during combat operations. The F-15EX excels at dogfighting, a slang term for air combat maneuvering. The U.S. Air Force learned this quite well when they conducted the first ever operational test for the F-15EX at Nellis Air Force Base in October 2021. Nellis Air Force Base is the best place to do the operational testing because it offers the best air-to-air and surface-to-air training range and provides reliable data on the back end to evaluate the aircraft's performance. The new fighter was paired with old F-15Cs and F-15Es, and a series of developmental tests were performed to ensure it was up to par. The pilots performed defensive and offensive maneuvers day and night to evaluate the performance of the new variant. The integration of the F-15EX with multiple other fighters gets the best out of the aircraft. And according to the data on the back end, the F-15EX performed better than its previous variants. The F-15EX has not been properly in service yet, but these tests suggest that it is indeed a formidable fighter. Only time will tell how efficient the F-15EX turns out to be.
Good effect.
That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.